Hello, and welcome to this edition of Mornings. It's November 8th and a C Day here at North Penn. I'm Sophie Collins.
And I'm Gabby Mosley. We have many stories to share with you this week, so let's get right into it. The North Penn girls water polo team won their 6th state championship in a row. The girls defeated Cumberland Valley here at North Penn with a score of 7-6. Congratulations to the girls on your screen who made all-state teams.
North Penn Cultural Association clubs held their annual World Cup tournament yesterday. Students of various language clubs competed in a friendly competition against each other. Fellow students served as referees, and others cheered on their teams. This year, the Bengali Club took the win. Congratulations to the Bengali Club and all others that participated.
Clearing and diving their way through the competition, seniors Alan and Junaid Shamstat took the title as winners of the Fall Badminton Club tournament held after school this past Wednesday. Congrats on the trophy and bragging rights, and if you want to find yourself holding a trophy like that, spots are still available to join the Badminton Club today. Jump on the classroom code on your screen now to get in on the action on the court and be a part of the next tournament and run at the Badminton Club title.
North Penn's very own women's choir traveled to Pittsburgh to perform with different choirs. Students were given the chance to sing with college students and get an insight on what college choir is like. Not only did students enjoy the opportunity to perform with a new choir, but also enjoyed a dinner with the alumni chamber singers that attend the University of Pittsburgh.
A select group of Link Crew leaders went to a Link Leader Conference at Hatboro Horsham High School on Wednesday. The theme of the day was to work smarter, not harder, on achieving goals and helping the sophomore class succeed. Link leaders had a blast participating in new activities, learning new skills, and of course, meeting new people. We cannot wait to see what the Link leaders will be doing with their sophomore nighttime classes next.
Grab a suit and tie and maybe a swimsuit because several FBLA students spent their weekend up in the mountains to attend the State Leadership Conference. Students attended educational workshops, learning new leadership skills, how to build relationships, and how to be successful, even getting to hear from Keystone speakers. They did all of this while enjoying the Kalahari Water Park. We hope you enjoyed your trip.
Let's check in with NPTV news reporter Brandy Marlin to see why some students woke up at 5 a.m. on their day off.
While the rest of the students at North Penn were excited for a day off, the night crier and yearbook staffs woke up extra early to attend the Columbia Scholastic Association press conference in New York City. The day was full of lectures regarding different parts of journalism, and of course sightseeing Columbia University, who hosted the event. Students could attend up to 5 different lectures on topics ranging from sports to fake news. There was something for everyone.
This is particularly important for scholastic journalism because not only are you addressing the basic skills, but it also brings a sense of professionalism to students. I think the speakers that you have here are from not only other programs that have kind of learned those lessons and are sharing lessons, but they're also from professionals.
The conference was a great success, allowing both staffs to reflect on what they have learned and how they can implement it for the rest of the school year. Reporting for North Penn Television, I'm Brandy Marlin.
Mr. Brumbaugh is back to test your knowledge on this week's Brumbaugh Challenge.
Hey, welcome to this week's Brumbaugh Challenge. In honor of the election this week, here's a little Pennsylvania history question. Which Pennsylvania governor was finishing out his last year in office 100 years ago? The answer when we get back.
This weekend is the SGA conference in Johnstown, PA. We have Mr. Berger here on Skype. How are you, Mr. Berger?
Hey, Sophie, I'm great. And welcome to Johnstown, where it is 23 degrees, but it feels like 7 outside. I'm here with our whole delegation, and we're having a great time. Last night, the kids all went to a hockey game, the Johnstown Tomahawks. They won. There were a lot of fights. It was good stuff. We also saw Judson Lapely, who created one of the most viewed YouTube videos of all time, The Evolution of Dance. But most importantly, I think we just had a nice breakfast, right? Yeah. Breakfast was good. So we certainly are enjoying that part of the conference as well. We want to thank our hosts at Westmont Hilltop High School. They've done a great job so far. We'll be here throughout the entire day today. We're going to head back a little bit early tomorrow because this guy, Jojo Delwadi, he's on the soccer team. and they're playing in the state tournament, so we got to get back in time for him to hopefully knock off Conestoga once again. So that'll wrap things up from here in Johnstown. We hope you guys have a great weekend. We have not found Diane West yet, but let's send it back to the desk. Have a great weekend, guys.
Thanks, Mr. Berger. We have Alexis Bamford here in the studio to give us this week's lowdown. How are you doing this morning, Alexis?
Thanks, Sophie and Gabby. I'm doing great this morning. Now let's get right into this week's lowdown. Limited edition North Penn Love Your Melon beanies are being sold in the TV office to support the fight against pediatric cancer. Check out flyers posted around the halls and see Mrs. Fakish for more information and to purchase your beanie today. The Enact Club is sponsoring Electronics Recycling Day tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. here at North Penn. Bring all of your unpluggables from phones to microwaves to North Penn tomorrow morning and contact Mr. Collier with any questions about this free, environmentally friendly event. The 2019 Investment Conference is being held next week on November 16th right here at North Penn from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., where speakers will discuss ways to build a financially secure future. Register now at investment.conference.weebly.com to secure your seat because they fill up very fast. Finally, read, compete, and have fun with your friends as a member of Reading Olympics. Stop in room K126 after school next week on Tuesday the 12th for more info, and join the classroom code on your screen now to read up on Reading Olympics' upcoming events. That's it for this week's Lowdown. I'm Alexis Bamford, and let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Alexis. We have Prasham Jobin-Prucha here in the studio to give us this week's sports update. How are the playoff picture for North Penn sports looking?
It's been great. This past week for North Penn sports has been amazing, and it's going to get even better this weekend. As mentioned before, the girls water polo team won states. As awards were being handed out in the natatorium, the boys soccer team joined the celebration as Josh Jones hoisted their district title trophy in front of the North Penn fans. They beat Boyertown 1-0 behind a clean sheet from Sawyer Mead and a goal from Hunter Stites, assisted by Colin Staub. They followed it up with a 5-3 win over Wilson in the first round of states. The girls soccer team beat Williamsport 5-0 behind Chloe Carminati's hat trick. They will be against the Penn Ridge Rams for the fourth time this season. But this time, it's win or go home. Both teams will be at Springford tomorrow, with the boys' game at 3 against Conestoga and the girls' game at 6. The football squad kicked off their postseason with a dominant 35-7 win over the CB South Titans. The rush game for the Knights was the story as Kalani Ian rushed for 149 yards and a touchdown, along with Evan Span's 129 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tonight they will be at Downingtown West up against the number 1 seeded Whippets. Kickoff is at 7. That's all I got for the sports update. Be sure to check out your North Penn Knights in playoff action this weekend.
Thanks, Prasham. Mr. Monero is here with members of the class of 2020. How are you today, Mr. Monero?
Never had a bad day in my life, Sophie. Good morning, North Penn High School. We are here today with Sue Farrington, who has promised this is going to be the best interview of the year. Right, Sue?
I did. I did indeed.
All right, well, let's see what happens. Sue, we have a lot of stuff on the table here. You are advertising class of 2020 apparel, right?
I am.
All right, so why don't you first show us what's here, and then we'll talk about how people can get it.
Okay, so firstly we have here the senior class blanket, which you could get your name embroidered on. And
that's perfect because it looks like the weather's getting kind of cold.
It is.
A little chilly out there today, that's for sure.
And then you have hoodies, class of 2020 hoodies.
Is that embroidery up there? That's nice. That's
yes,
quality stuff right there. A nice heather blue. That looks good. Yeah, good for the fall, good for the winter, good for the spring.
Then you have the senior class shirts. And what makes these so popular is the fact that all of our names of the, everyone in the 2020 class, their names are on the back of the shirt and are all within the NP. So the prices range from $10 to $45. $10 for T-shirts, $45 for sweatshirts.
Okay, and then $45 because this is quality embroidery. That's going to last you forever.
Quality.
What is this we have here?
And then also we have a Hydro Flask as you.
Oh, Miss Mary Scott's Hydro Flask. I wonder if her scrunchies come with this. I didn't know that Miss Scott was a Visco girl.
Nah, it's just.
No, that's not. But this is good. Look, hear that? That's good, right?
It's quality
stuff.
All
right, so how do we get this stuff if we want to buy it?
All right, so there are order forms outside of F40, and you could pick those up, or everyone received an email containing a link that you could just buy these items online. So.
All right, deadline's coming up soon, right?
The deadline is November 15th, so you could buy everything you like up until November 15th.
All right, 1 week from today. Diane West would look good in one of these sweatshirts, I think. All right, lastly, Sue, anything else before we kick it back?
Everybody get pumped for Powder Puff, which is coming up soon.
Yes,
so.
absolutely coming up soon. And one last thing before we send it back. Today, we say goodbye to one of our fellow North Penn colleagues. Ms. Jill Schwartz of the Special Ed Department is retiring today. If you don't know her, she's a fantastic woman, super energetic, super friendly, big smile every day in the hallway. So, Ms. Schwartz, have a great retirement, long, happy, and healthy, and enjoy your last day at North Penn today. Thank you for everything. And now, from the Knights of the Round Table and my man Sue Farrington, let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Mr. Monero. Did you tweet your answer at NPTV using the hashtag Mr. Brumbaugh? Let's check back in with Mr. Brumbaugh himself for this week's answer.
Hey, welcome back. The answer you've all been waiting for. The governor who was finishing out his final year in office 100 years ago was a name you're sort of familiar with. His name was Martin G. Brumbaugh, governor of Pennsylvania from 1915 to 1919. Bet you didn't know that? Now you do. Thanks for playing this week's Brumbaugh Challenge.
The winner of the Brumbaugh Challenge is Kashish Patel.
Monday is Veterans Day, and we wanted to recognize our own staff members who have served our country in the armed forces. That's all we have for this edition of Mornings. I'm Sophie Collins.
And I'm Gabby Mosley. Have a fantastic weekend, North Penn.